Hello and welcome back today, children. We are going to start with the reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Basically, this reaction we are going to do today, reactions due to alpha hydrogen atom. First, let us understand what is the meaning of alpha hydrogen atom. We are going to begin with the first reaction of this, that is aldol condensation. Let's understand the meaning of the word alpha hydrogen atom first of all. We'll take a simple example over here, CH3C double bond OH. So this is an aldehyde which we are going to use for our aldol condensation, and you can see that this is my functional group, that is aldehyde, and this is the first carbon atom which is attached to the functional group, and this carbon atom is called as the alpha carbon atom. So this hydrogen atom which is attached to this carbon is called as the alpha hydrogen atom. Now you can see that this CH3 is attached to a carbonyl group, and carbonyl group is going to be an electron withdrawing group. As a result, these electrons from the left hand side are being pulled towards the right hand side, and as a consequence the alpha hydrogen atom becomes electron deficient and we can easily remove its electrons. So how it looks like is, we can just do a reaction like, for example, if I bring a base OH minus, or that is NaOH for example. So what will happen is, this base is going to cause the reaction of abstraction of proton. So this can be treated as a proton. So this H will be coming out. So we can write it as CH2 minus C double bond OH. So we have removed the H from here. How did we do that? We did it like this. Suppose we have these three hydrogen atoms over here and we have C double bond OH. So naturally when the base comes, it is going to pull out this proton, and the electrons will remain at that position only. So that is how we get this formation of this nucleophile, which is quite stable, as you can see, because it can have resonance stability this way. So we can draw two resonance structures, CH2 double bond CO minus and H. So all those compounds which are going to have alpha hydrogen atoms are going to show aldol condensation, and the primary requirement to show aldol condensation is that you should have alpha hydrogen atom. Let's see the example of how does the aldol condensation take place. We will take the same example of CH3CHO, and we're going to show that the two molecules of the aldehyde, two molecules of carbonyl compounds react together in the presence of base like dilute sodium hydroxide, and we get the formation of aldol first. So we'll be writing first aldol, and then the aldol will further undergo dehydration to form the final product of aldol condensation, that is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So we're going to get alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde naturally, because I took an aldehyde, so I'll be getting an aldehyde only. Let us see the mechanism, as I showed you in the previous few moments ago, that how the H plus is removed out. So you're going to get a nucleophile like this, and the second step, this nucleophile attacks the second molecule of the aldehyde. So we're going to have like this. So we'll be getting a structure like CH3CO minus H. You can see that CO minus H. Then just you're going to make a bond with this carbon atom. So just make it nicely, CH2. I'll just write it in this one in a condensed way. So I get this kind of structure, and now you can see that the oxygen is negatively charged over here. So it is going to take away the proton from the medium. So you can just write here from the medium, and then we get OH over here. So the structure looks like this, CH3COH. And then you get the same thing over here, that is CH2CHO. Now when you look at this, this is the first product, that is called as the aldol. You can see that aldol is this first product. So why it's called aldol, you must have understood, because it is an aldehyde as well as a OH, that is alcohol. So aldol word is a blend of aldehyde plus alcohol. So the first product we are going to get is aldol. And the second step is now going to happen spontaneously, because we can see that the OH is on this carbon atom and the H is on this adjacent carbon atom. So whenever H and OH are on the adjacent carbon atoms, they are going to be removed out as water. So we can just remove this H from here, we can just remove this OH from here, and we get a double bond out here. So the structure will look like this, CH3 CH, we can just write CH, a double bond over here, and then CH CH CHO. So just compare the structures. So you can see that when we compare the structures, it looks like CHO, CH, a double bond, CH, CH3. So that's your final answer, alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. So the final answer of the aldol condensation is going to be an alpha beta unsaturated. Whatever compound you took, it can be an aldehyde or it can be a ketone also. So remember, this is a very simple reaction, and if I did this reaction on a ketone, for example, if I just write it over here propanone, then the answer is again the same way. We're going to just go on changing our structure that way. So my answer is going to be CH2. Let me just check out this. Yes, so we're going to have CH3CO, CH3, CH3CO, CH3, and then CH3CO, CH3. Over here CH2, so here also I'll have to change it. Naturally I'll have to change it, so my whole structure changes. Over here also naturally my structure changes, and over here also my structure changes. Over here also my structure changes. You can understand that. I think so. So we are just going to have a slight change in our structure, and the answer remains the same. So the mechanism of aldol condensation remains the same for all the carbonyl compounds which are having alpha hydrogen atoms. Alpha hydrogen atoms are acidic enough because they are attached to the electron withdrawing carbonyl group, and the nucleophile which we formed in the first step, this one, was quite stable due to resonance. Okay, so this is your simple aldol condensation because it's taking place between two similar compounds. So this is your simple aldol condensation, and this is your simple aldol condensation product. If you do the same reaction between two different compounds, that is an aldehyde or a ketone, or a ketone and another ketone, or an aldehyde and another aldehyde, the product formed will be called as the cross aldol condensation product. I'm going to give you an example of how to do this very quickly. Before that, I'll just explain to you first how to draw the products of aldol condensation very quickly in exam. This is very simple. Just let's focus our attention over here. Suppose I gave you these two aldehydes and I asked you, can they undergo aldol condensation? So yes, of course, you can see here that we have alpha carbon atom with a hydrogen. So yes, it can undergo alpha aldol condensation. And as we know, in aldol condensation, we have to remove water molecule. Remember this point. So we are going to remove the water molecule in this manner. First of all, locate the alpha hydrogen atom, remove the first one from here, and this hydrogen will be going over here. So the first product will be CH3CO, and this H we have picked up over here, CH2C double bond OH. And now the time has come that we remove the water molecule. So we are going to remove it from the same let's draw the whole structure. I think so. We have, let's check, CH3COH. Yeah, we have not drawn it correctly, so it's going to be H over here, and we are going to have COH. So okay, look at this. So now the time has come that we remove water. So we are going to remove one alpha hydrogen atom, one more alpha hydrogen atom from here, and the OH from here. So we're going to remove this OH, we are going to remove this H. So final product is going to be CH3CH double bond CHCHO. So this is your final product. And how to write it directly? It's like this. You just have to remove the two hydrogens from here, and you have to remove the oxygens from here, of course. So we've removed the hydrogens and the oxygen, and we just connect the two carbon atoms via double bond. So this is how we can predict the products directly in exam. So we have seen what is aldol condensation, which is of two types, simple and cross aldol condensation. The primary requirement to show aldol condensation is that you must have an alpha hydrogen atom so that you can lose it, and simple aldol condensation takes place between two similar aldehydes or between two similar ketones, and cross takes place between one aldehyde and another aldehyde, one ketone and another ketone, or an aldehyde and a ketone. The products are very simple. Let's take a very quick example, the last example, and then we'll move to the next topic. CH3CHO and CH3CO, CH3. So I want to know what are the products formed when these two compounds react together. So to know that what products do we get, we have to first locate the alpha hydrogen atoms in both the cases. So here we have alpha carbon atom. This is the alpha carbon atom because it's attached to the functional group. Similarly, here we have this alpha hydrogen atom. So as many alpha hydrogen atoms, you can see those many products can you form. So here we have, these both are of same type, so we have one type of alpha hydrogen atom, we have another type, so we are going to get two different products over here. Let's see. So I'll be taking the example of one aldehyde and one ketone and explain how can we predict the products over here. First of all, you find out the alpha hydrogen atoms, and as many alpha hydrogen atoms you have, as many types of alpha hydrogen atoms, those many products can you form. So here we can see this is my alpha hydrogen atom and this is another alpha hydrogen atom because they are attached to the functional group, and both of them are of the same type. So there is only one type over here, one type of alpha hydrogen atom over here, and similarly here also we have one type. So let's assume that the first molecule attacks the second one first of all. So when it happens, then you're going to remove the hydrogens from here and the oxygen from here. So in that case we will get the answer as CHC double bond OH, and this has to be connected over here. So we'll be getting double bond C, okay, double bond C and CH3. This is your first aldol condensation product. And now let's see what happens if this molecule attacks the first molecule. So in that case we will remove these hydrogens and connect this oxygen from here. So the product is going to be CH3CH and then double bond connect with this carbon, and we're going to have one hydrogen is still there because we have removed two hydrogen atoms, and then just continue C double bond O CH3. So this was these are the two cross aldol condensation products because two different compounds have reacted. So these are the two cross aldol condensation products, and naturally what will be the other products? They will be simple aldol condensation products, which we can write very easily. So let me show you quickly. CH3C double bond OH, CH3C double bond OH. So both similar molecules can react together. Similarly, both similar ketones can react together this way. Let's write it nicely. C double bond O CH3. So just let's have a quick look at how to do the products. So here we are going to show that these two hydrogen atoms I'm going to remove, and this oxygen atom I'm going to remove, and I'm just going to connect them. So this is my first simple aldol condensation product. Similarly over here, if you look, I'm going to remove the two hydrogen atoms from here, and let's remove this oxygen atom. So we will get a product that is this one, which is alpha beta unsaturated ketone, and over here I get alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. So these are your final product of aldol condensation. So I'm sure you have understood this aldol condensation. Short notes will be there in board exam. Also you will be having questions on predict the products. Okay.